How much does credit card debt consolidation actually raise your FICO score? Every article on this says your score will go up. Almost none of them will tell you by how much or why. And here are the actual numbers. The small dip first, then the real gain. Let's get fair up and under it. Here's the small dip nobody warns you about. What happens first is applying for debt consolidation loans triggers a hard inquiry. And that alone can cost you 5 to 10 points according to FICO themselves and Experian. It also lowers the average age of your accounts. Now, how long does that last? That's the big question to ask. Both effects are temporary and recover, usually inside a 3 to 6 month window, but it is real. It happens first before any of the upside shows up. The dip comes before the gain. It's darkest before the dawn. Knowing this keeps you from panicking when it happens. So, why the dip is not the full story. If the dip was the whole picture, nobody would ever do this. The real move happens the moment the loan actually pays off the credit cards and reports. So not when you apply for it. The inquiry is a footnote. The utilization reset is the big bad headline. So you apply for the loan, cards get paid, reporting cycle hits, and up goes your FICO. The sequence matters. Most people stop at step 1 and never see step 2 coming. Now, the mechanic that actually moves the number. Utilization makes up 30% of your FICO score, the single biggest factor and lever after payment history. The moment revolving credit card balances get paid off through the consolidation, utilization on those cards drops to 0 immediately after the reporting date on each card. So payment history is 35% of your FICO. That's your top factor overall. Credit utilization comes in second at 30% of your FICO. We can't do anything about the past, but we can certainly do something about credit utilization right now. And this is the lever debt consolidation pulls directly and instantly. Other factors, length of history, credit mix, and new inquiries make up the remaining 35%, which is why a good credit stack helps to thicken the file, especially if you go for limit increases after using them responsibly. So that is not a slow movement. It happens the instant the balance clears in a single reporting cycle. Now, here's the actual numbers. According to Experian and moneymanagement.org, the utilization drop from consolidation can add 30 to 50 points inside a single billing cycle, less than 30 days. On steeper cases, someone hitting at 80% or higher utilization before consolidation, the jump can be higher still. So there's the outline. 30 to 50 points gain. Typically, score increases in one billing cycle after cards are clear. 40 to 80 points for high utilization, and it's all within one 30-day window. The size of the gain tracks the size of the drop. The higher your utilization was, the bigger the move. Now, here's a real example. The scenario. Take someone carrying 32 grand in card debt against the limits that put them near 90% utilization. That is a fair to poor FICO range on utilization alone. Roll that 32 grand into a fixed installment loan and the revolving utilization number that was dragging the score down effectively disappears in the next reporting cycle. Not to mention you've gone from credit card interest compounding monthly to simple interest and in most cases actually a lower interest rate. So you're freeing up cash flow at the same time. We went from the before scenario, 32 grand on revolving cards, 90% utilization, fair to poor FICO impact. Cards at 0 afterwards, utilization cleared, score moves in one cycle. That is the mechanism. Now, why it happens so fast? Installment loans and revolving balances are not scored the same way. A fixed loan does not count against your utilization ratio the way a maxed card does. Now, revolving debt, credit cards count directly against your utilization ratio. The higher the balance, the harder the drag on your score. Debt consolidation, moving the balance from revolving to installment, shifts it to a different scoring bucket entirely, and the score moves fast. The bucket change is what makes the score move in a single cycle, not after months of slow paydown. Now, the honest net effect, the dip, 5 to 10 points from a hard inquiry, temporary, recovers in 3 to 6 months. The gain, 30 to 50 points from utilization clearing, more on a steeper starting point, happens fast. The net result is almost everyone comes out ahead and comes out ahead fast, not after years of on-time payments and chipping away at that credit card debt, paying more in the meantime. Net positive, the math works in your favor in most cases and it works quickly. So why this matters beyond the score itself? We're setting ourselves up for the future here. This is not just about the FICO score for its own sake. A cleared utilization and stronger score is what opens the door to whatever comes next. Now, we're talking credit card stacking. A stronger score unlocks balance transfer and introductory rate offers that were previously out of reach, SBA applications, HELOCs. The score move is the mechanism, not the finish line, and not to mention business lines of credit as well. They're all going to go off your personal FICO in terms of rates and terms. Now, here's the recap. Expect that small dip. Expect the gain once the cards are clear and the reporting date hits. Both numbers are real. Knowing both is what makes this credible, not another vague, your score will improve claim. Now, let's map your deal. If you want to know what this actually looks like on your numbers, let's map it out. A dip is temporary. The gain's real. The only question is what your specific numbers look like and what you're preparing yourself for, whether it's property investment, buying a business, setting yourself up for a good revolving line of business credit. Go and apply at gapfunder.com/apply. Worst case scenario, you walk away with a game plan. I'm Mick Wadley. Let's go close something. And if you love this video, smack subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you on the next one.